I probably should have showed you this before I started. Let me see if I can explain to you what I'm doing here. You see these little star-shaped things with a big rubber washers underneath them? Well, it didn't have that, and the reason I'm putting them on is because this is eating through the paint and chipping the paint. You know, vibration and all that. It's a Harley. So I took those off and put those star-shaped things under them with rubber pads underneath them. And I'm gonna do this side, but this wire is what illuminates these lights under here. So I've got to get that. I had to cut the wire right there. Oh, and it has a hollow bolt that holds that on. The wires go through the middle of it. So I'm gonna get the star-shaped thing. Hell, I'll turn my camera on. I'll get my tripod. Oh, you can see that. All right. First, I put the star-shaped thing on these wires. Then I slide the rubber grommet up under there. Now, there we go. Now I got to get these wires back through the hole. Wow, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to run this. I'll bring you around the other side. Ooh, oh, you're probably dizzy by now, aren't you? Yep. Run these wires back up in that hole in the bolt. Come on. I say, tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to squirt a little bit of oil on these wires so they won't grab inside this bolt. Okay, where's the WD-40? Huh. I don't feel like looking for it that hard, so I'm going to squirt a little bit of oil right here. All right. You know, I did not check, but I may have to drill the, let me see what size this is. Yep, I'm gonna have to drill this out. I don't think that bolt is gonna fit through there without a real struggle. So, and pull the wires back out. Yep, I don't know why I didn't check that to begin with. Yeah, it wouldn't have. Even holding my tongue right, it wouldn't have. So let me drill this out. I'll be right back. All right, I drilled it out and we are back where we started. And make sure I got this centered. Yep, looking good on that side. I think that's tight enough. All right, come around here. Now I got to put them back here. Give me just a second. Okay. All right, I'm going to put that bolt in. Okay, I'll show you this and then I'll explain to you what I got to do next. So, that looks pretty good. You wouldn't even know it wasn't supposed to be there. And it's going to keep that paint from flaking off anymore, I think. And over time, as those rubber grommets, okay, why won't you open? What did I do? Did I lock this? Okay, I'll have to figure this out now. Okay, all I had to do was push down on the trunk lid a little bit and this popped open. So it's the, I guess it's the rubber gasket. I don't know. But anyway, I need to splice these wires back with these wires. And we're good to go on that little project. And I'll put the fancy covers, the linings back in. And this project is done. Trust me, I can do this. I am an electricologist. Well, it just dawned on me that you might like to watch an electricologist at work. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm going on what's called a mission for the Patriot Guard. You know what? Let me put this. Yeah, I just want to be sure it fit. And it do. Barely. All right, I'll put it on from the other side. As a matter of fact, I'll do it now before I forget. I am like 10 thumbs uncoordinated. Get a razor knife. And my wife wants to go, but she's old enough to know that sometimes when there's a bunch of men involved in something, not all men, some men don't want women involved. And I'm gonna go and see what kind of people they are. And if there are other women there taking part, and let her know. I'll know. I know what to look for in weak men. or men who feel threatened by women who can do things they do. You know, she got a lot of crap being a truck driver, mostly from men who were not very good truck drivers. That's the truth. I'm gonna go ahead and, no, not yet. Let me get all these on there. So I know what to look for. That was one of the reasons we got rid of the CB on the truck, because even if she never talked on a CB, not all, but you'd have truck drivers that would pass and, hey, what's 20? How about you, baby doll? You know, stupid shit that men who never get laid say. And to me, those are the jewelry wearing, cologne wearing kind of guys that can't just be a man. They got to put all kinds of fake jewelry on and cover up their real scent and behave like they're some kind of playboy. And if they were a catch, they'd be freaking married. Not insulting women who were at work or trying to take part in something meant to honor veterans. So we will see you tomorrow. All right, that worked out good. I'll tell you a funny story. I was sitting in the passenger seat one time and my wife was driving, and somebody with our company we were leased to at the time, started talking to me on the CB, and I guess he thought I was driving, because after about a half hour of us chatting back and forth, going in the same direction to the same customer, I happened to mention that, well, I'm fixing to go to bed. He goes, ain't you going to be late? I said, no, my wife is driving. He said, is she driving right now? I said, yeah, she's been driving the last 4 or 5 hours. He said, I didn't know that. I thought that was a man driving. And he pulls out and passes us. I thought that was the weirdest freaking thing, that he had a problem being behind a woman truck driver, but not when he thought it was me driving. That was so freaking weird. And I sort of got a glimpse into what it's like being a woman trying to do what would traditionally be considered a man's job, and how you always had to prove you were as good, or, I mean, to be considered as good, you had to be better than. And anyway, I never met a better truck driver than my wife. So there, tough guy truck drivers. A girl can do it. All right, I got to get some electrician's tape and try to protect these wires some. So they're going to be underneath the carpeted insert. So let me get some electrician's tape. I'll tape this up, put everything back together, and project done. I sure miss Shop Cat. And let me tell you a little bit about that since we're talking. I don't want to say a whole lot just in case that lady somehow finds my YouTube channel, but I'll tell you the whole story. I put Shop Cat on Facebook, our local Facebook page here. And I found I had a bunch of people offer to take her, but they were not what I would consider the best match for her. I really wanted her to go to somebody that would, number one, understand that she had no fear of dogs and had to be kept inside. And number two, would love her and feed her and just be a good cat parent. And a couple of people sort of didn't meet the criteria that I was looking for, and I thanked them and told them I was looking for somebody that would, make the cat part of their life inside. Anyway, a couple from the next town over, Jonesville, little tiny town, they contacted me, and after a couple of back and forths, they seemed like the right kind of people. And they came over here and they got her, and I met them, and they were a very nice couple with kids, which is, that cat really wanted somebody to play with. They had a cat that slept with them in the bed. It was part of the family. That was another check on my list. And I felt good about them, and I felt good that Shop Cat was gonna, after probably a week or so, was probably gonna be a very happy cat for having people that would play with her. And another cat and it was an old cat, so it probably wasn't, gonna put up much of a fight with a new cat. So Shop Cat went to some new people, and I felt real good about it. I'm sitting in the house 2 hours later, and I had just happened to put my phone number on the Facebook page so those people could call me for directions. Well, anyway, I get a phone call from a lady who introduces herself. I've already told this story, but this is just for people who aren't up to speed. And I talked to her some, and I kind of did a little questioning without letting her know I was doing some detective work. And when she lost the cat was the middle of September, and when I found the cat was the end of September at 3.5 pounds. There's no way that cat got that skinny in 2 weeks. And turns out it wasn't an inside cat, it was an outside cat, which means it wasn't her cat, it was the neighborhood's cat. So I did not feel bad at all about giving that cat to those people. And her name was Ziva, after all. After all that, she did have a name, and her name was Ziva. So that's the cat story. And I'm sure she's a happy little cat, and if not, she's probably still wondering what happened to her fat guy who sat at his bench and made noise all day while she was trying to nap. But I guarantee you she's going to be a much better off cat than here. I felt so bad for her because she's definitely a people cat, and she wanted to be held and loved on and played with, and she'll have that now. So there's the cat story. And no, the lady didn't get her cat back, and I'm very happy that she didn't. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put a little tape around that. Okay. That goes there. That goes there. We are back together. Now I got to put my inserts back in, and this project is done. All right, let me put these tools away and think about if I want to do anything else here right now.
Channel 3, y'all need to fix your...
God, these dogs, if they were ever actually treated like dogs, they would die.